Hello everybody, this is Catholic Dad signing in for video number 9. And the question is money evil? There's a lot of people out there that actually think money is evil. And money can be evil, but money's no more evil than any other tool in the world. Still drinking my coffee, by the way. So, I mean, are hammers evil? Are screwdrivers evil? Cars evil? No, these are tools that we obtain as humans that we can use for our own future utility and hopefully for the good of our society. Money's the same thing. Essentially, you trade packets of your life and your labor, and you go away from your families, and you work and you serve other people, and people give you, in exchange for your packets of your life, they give you actually money, and that money you can actually take home, use that to feed, educate, clothe, house your children, and actually capitalize the market so people can do other great things like create other tools for you to use to help reduce human suffering. So money itself is not an intrinsic evil, and in fact it's a great good if you actually have a proper use of it. And something that I actually like most people, I don't know if they think about this, but where does charity come from? And charity has to come from excess wealth, right? So if you only have enough to feed yourself and feed your family, and then barely even keep the heat on in the house, then are you going to be able to help people in your community that need it? You know, the widows and the orphans and so on and so forth. And the answer is no, because you could hardly even take care of yourself. So just being able to care for yourself and nobody else, that's not a good thing, actually. I mean, you actually want to create some excess wealth because all charity comes from excess wealth. And therefore, you should actually strive to actually have excess. And when you have excess, you have a safety net for your family. You also have a safety net for the people around you. And then you can actually give your excess away. And so, you know, how much should you give away? I've thought about this years and years and years on end because I was a Catholic dad, number 9, and number 9 on the way. Like I have a huge responsibility in terms of people that I have to care for, so I do need a large excess. But how much excess do I need? Because at the end of the day, you can't really hug your money, but you can hug your community members and the people that you're supposed to take care of. So let's say the Bible says you know, tithe 10% of pre-tax, by the way. This is gross income. I'm not talking post-tax dollars. You should give at least 10% of your money away if you are able to. I mean, if you can't and you're only taking care of your family and your children, then boy, you have to change your behaviors to either A, work more, or B, spend less, where you can actually attain that goal of giving away 10% of your gross income. I think that's a good idea, like a good starting point. But if you're actually hyper industrious and really good at wealth building, then 10% is a starting point. That's all it is. You should give away more than that, and then money becomes a great tool where you can actually help those around you, your community members, and those in need, really. And that's what we're here for, really, to help each other and to be co-independent with each other and build a community based upon charity. And also build some wealth so we have excess to give to others. Now, I tell my kids, and it's kind of a joke, but it's not. I tell my kids, I say, I don't care what you do when you grow up, like for a job, what industry you go into, or whatever else. But you have to make enough money to provide for a large family, which means you have to be rich, right? And yeah, they don't have to be rich. But what the heck am I having 9 kids for? I want to see those kids embrace family and embrace their faith and go on and propagate and actually have more family members so I can build a kingdom of my own and to, potentially take over the world. And I'm kidding about that, but you have to make enough money to provide for a large family. And if that's your starting point, you'll make more than that, and you'll be able to be. And let's say you can't have kids, right? And you'll be able to help other people in other ways, right? And or if you're not in a vocation of marriage, perhaps you're not, then you can actually go out and really do some great good in society. And if you think about it, in married life, you make these families and you make these children, and you invest everything, your life, your heart, your soul into these kids. And they are your beacon of life. They are your legacy, beacon of light. They are your legacy. You kind of toss them out of the nest into the world so they can hopefully make that darkness of the world a better place for other people. But let's say you can't have children. Well, then you actually you're not burdened down by children. And think about the greatness you could do then. Like if you actually create the same amount of wealth as a hardworking dad or mom or something like that, you can actually go out and be uber charitable, give away 50% of your wealth. I mean, that's not a bad goal if you really have no other responsibility than yourselves. But if you spend it all on yourself, then it's time to stop. meditate and think, why am I wasting all this money on my own pleasure? I'm here to serve other people. I'm here to make the world a better place. I'm not here to hoard wealth. I'm not here to just like seek pleasure all the time for myself by buying expensive items and fancy vacations and all the other stuff. And that's my view of money. I mean, money is not evil. In fact, money is one of the greatest things the planet's ever seen, because now we can trade with each other. We can create these marketplaces, and we can create excess wealth and care for, the dispossessed in our society and those who genuinely need help. And then I'll probably give a lecture about enabling people through charity later on, but you don't want to enable people either. That's bad as well. So this is Catholic Dad. Thanks for listening. Episode number 9, is money evil? No, it's not evil at all. It's a great tool. And God bless you. Get to Mass, pray the Daily Rosary, like or subscribe, or share with friends. I think this is probably an okay video too. Okay, take care. God bless.